Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to the Webcomic Show.
We changed our dick.
We talk about webcomics.
That's what we do. We're the webcomic guys. We talk about webcomics. We talk about comics that are on the web, and we talk about comics about webs. So, how do you feel about Spider-Man?
No,
Okay.
that doesn't count.
Oh.
It's a comic web, not a webcomic.
Oh, you're right. Absolutely. Drew me in like a
So
fly.
last time you were talking about how questionable content the art gets better,
Yeah.
and I actually enjoy seeing things go from the crap to good. Like Dragon Ball Z, you can tell even like not talking about webcomic. I mean about the comic book. Or the manga. I haven't really looked at that. But just the anime itself, you can see how much better the art gets as it went along.
Because it got a higher budget as it went. Whoa!
And so it's cool to see that with anime and with comics, especially webcomics, like the ones you love and you know, like there was one I actually financially supported. I bought two. They ended up having 3 issues. I only got to buy 2 of them, but it was really good.
Of what?
I can't remember the name of it. Like that's what I'm saying. I can't remember the name of the webcomics I liked.
Well, that's okay. Well, you guys go check that one out.
Like
it was really good.
Seraphim Inn or something? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I got no freaking clue. It's been so long.
The first webcomic I ever read and really got into, though, was Mega Tokyo. Did you ever spend any time with that one?
Never heard of it.
You know what? I actually don't want to talk about it because I don't want to talk ill of someone I've never met. Fortunately, I've met the guy, and he's a jackass. I actually got to meet the writer for Mega Tokyo at a con, writer artist of Mega Tokyo at a con, and I don't know, he blew me off. I didn't have a good time with him. He insulted me, like in the panel.
Wow,
that was kind of cool. Yeah, it was great. So I kind of stopped reading after that. I imagine it's still out there, and probably still doing okay, but
that's the first time I had interest in going to a con. When I got into webcomics, there was one called GU Comics, and they're actually still around.
Really?
Though the guy that draws that is also an asshole.
Okay, cool. Then that's not just my experience.
But like I noticed Kineticon and all these webcomic artists that I enjoyed the work of were going to be there, and I wanted to go. I've actually still never been to any kind of a con. But the first time I saw one that I wanted to go to was
because of webcomic. Yeah.
Like people in other fields that I was interested in were going to be there too, but it was the webcomic that got me to even check it out.
I gotcha. Cool. Oh. Who's that? Who's there?
No one.
You're having a lot of fun with that. I hope that comes through the mic. Yeah, I don't know. I was reading a lot at the time. I don't remember exactly what all I have seen. I do know the saddest that I've ever been was, and I'm about to have to go through this experience again now. Chris Stroud, hell of an artist, hilarious writer. He's got YouTube, he's got podcasts going on. I absolutely love his podcast. Well, I like his old ones. I don't really care for his new stuff, but that's probably just a me thing. But he does Chainsaw Suit, and he used to do a long-running story-based comic called Starslip, which was a really neat take on like sci-fi human culture in the far future. It had kind of a Star Trek vibe. Some pretty good bits in it. But I was actually able to read it until it ended. Like he was like, "Okay, this is over now." It made me so sad, and I'm about to have to go through that again because one of the webcomics I've been getting into recently, Dr. McNinja, is doing its finale run very soon.
See, though, it's cool when they actually end, though, because you know it's not going to just be an abrupt stop.
Yeah, no, and I'm okay with it. It's better than something being like, oh, they've stopped putting it out so much. The release of each issue is getting farther and farther between. When they hit the will upload as upload sort of thing, it's going a bad way. But
yeah, out of all the webcomics that I was reading, I did have 2 that actually had ends, and I was happy about that.
Yeah. Starslip made me sad, though, because I just loved it so much.
One of them did something that I hate in storytelling, but every now and then someone does it well.
What?
Where they show you a bit of the end, and then it goes way back to where it all began. And
Oh yeah, nah, that's
No, I think they actually did it well, but I often hate when I see that done, especially because every now and then they show you truly the complete end, and then start from the beginning, and you're like, I already know exactly how it ends.
Yeah.
Why do I care?
Yeah, I'm not interested in the ride. I'm interested in the destination, and you just told me what it is.
I like both. You know, I'm not going to read. Like, it's the same thing as, like, some people like to read the first page of a book and then the last page of a book. That kind of thing. And it's like, once you read the last page, why read the book?
I don't know. That's kind of what my dad does. He reads a little of the front, a little of the back, and then a little of the middle. But then again, my dad's like me, where it's, like, the story's great, dialogue, fantastic, but sometimes you're just in it for the writing style and to see how they deal with things. You know? Hey!
Like, for instance, the journey is what matters most, okay?
We're fighting velociraptors.
Yeah, you're...
I'm sorry, can I just take a second here, alright?
Mm-hmm.
I got something important to say about this.
Sort of.
Alright?
These are mutated.
We're fighting velociraptors. Okay, alright, I got that out of my system now. Go ahead with whatever.
So, the most important thing with, like, a book and whatnot, it's the story. And, of course, the writing style, you know, that matters. It's gonna grab you,
Yeah,
as well. But the ending, for instance.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How the hell did those dinosaurs get here? Really? You're in a museum. Figure it out.
But like, if you have a good enough story, a bad ending can be forgiven. But if you already know the ending, it's hard to even care about the story.
I don't know. I don't know on that one. I don't know how I feel about that. Deadlock figures. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
It depends, of course, how bad the ending is.
Yeah.
But I feel like a bad ending can be forgiven if you enjoyed the ride to get there. And you know, like I said, depending on how bad the ending is.
Bad ending can kill the experience for me. Like, I won't keep watching something if it ends badly. I can say that, honestly.
But how will you know it ends badly?
That's what I'm saying. I watch it until I get to the end, and then if it's... That took you a second. Were you waiting for me to redeem myself?
I wasn't sure if you're doing a typical, Glenn being a Josh, you know, a douchebag Josh. Or if you were doing, or if you're being serious and being an actual part of the discussion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Shame on me for thinking we're having a real discussion here.
Come on, man. Give me some credit. I'm never part of the discussion.
You're getting junk here.
I'm getting junk. No, I don't know how I feel about that because I want to say yes. I want to say you're right on that. But I honestly can't think of a single scenario where I came out of a bad ending on something going, well, it was worth it, I guess.
I feel like that about the show The Mentalist.
Now, I'll go into that a little bit too. I don't watch that many shows all the way through
I know that.
either. So I probably just haven't been exposed to it enough times to really know. But that seems weird to me. Like, as you know, I used to be a book reader. That was what I did. So the whole idea was, yeah, it's got to end. It's going to end. Like, I'm not just waiting for them to, wrap it up with a cliffhanger and hope that they get funding for a second book. That's not the way that it works.
Yeah.
Like, they end it when they end it.
I've never been happy about the ending of the books that I've loved. I love the books even though the endings weren't, they weren't enough for me.
Okay.
So, like, that's how it is, how it's been with books for me. TV series often are canceled and don't have an ending.
Yeah. And that's the problem. Like, TV series, they're always hanging on to, we gotta leave a cliffhanger because we gotta get people interested. Like, watch the shocking season finale! Please! please.
Cliffhangers are stupid, and I don't think they do their job anymore.
Well, it's all about money, and that's the problem.
But you know, like The Mentalist, for instance, Emily watched it as well.
Okay.
She was warning me that it didn't have a good ending, and it should have ended earlier.
Okay.
Then I watched all. You know, that was before I finished the show. I finished the show, and I feel like, as a story being told to viewers, it was a bad ending. But if you look at it as just a story about people, it couldn't have ended any differently.
Okay.
Like, to please the viewers, it was a bad ending. But to be realistic about as a story about people, that was the best you could get.
Yeah. You know what I thought actually ended well, despite hating the fact that it ended? Firefly. Firefly ended gracefully. You don't think so? Think about it. Think about it long enough for you to agree
Did it
with
even
me.
have an ending? I thought it was canceled.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for a show that was canceled, I don't think they actually had a chance to write an ending.
They dropped you in media res, and then they dropped you out in media res. Brilliant.
Like, it wasn't bad. I will say that much. It wasn't bad.
Now, the ending to have you finished Castle?
No.
Okay. I saw the beginning of Castle, I missed all of the middle, and then I saw the end.
I didn't finish Castle. I'm on the...
Ooh.
I think I have a season and a half to go.
This guy looks fun.
Yeah.
That's actually really sexy.
I have mixed feelings.
Yeah? You don't go for scorpion monsters?
I love scorpion monsters. I have mixed feelings on this scorpion monster.
Why?
The way the body is, it's too manly.
Yeah, I know. I actually kind of dig it.
Like,
I've never imagined something like this.
I don't like... It's too human and not at the same time. I generally don't like human monster hybrid type things.
Okay. I get you. Well, I'm gonna kick its butt, so you won't have to look at it anymore, okay? Feel better about that?
Yeah, kill this.
Kill this thing? Let's scan it. No!
You did it.
I did it. 430 out of 430. That's not too bad. That's like 1,000 bullets.
Is it weak to mice?
Is it weak to
What is liberate?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I think it's a status removal. Oh, I think I have to use that at the end of the game. I don't fucking know.
Cool. Okay, so
Game endings.
I
of
said,
movies.
is it weak to mice?
Why would it be weak to mice?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we got that out of the way then.
Man, I just say things sometimes.
I noticed.
They don't gotta make sense.
Okay.
You're really bad at avoiding that.
Well, I didn't know what its pattern was going to be, and I wasn't expecting it to wibble wobble. Know what I mean?
No.
Well, okay, then I guess you just don't understand.
What?
I've got free raise on, so there's that.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna need it.
Hey, you know how you're gonna leave the room earlier?
You know, that optional area was harder than, like, anything else in the game.
I know. I'm just blowing through this. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this pacing. I hate that I had to grind for as long as I did to be able to do this. Alright, hang on. I got a quiz. I got a quiz to do. Open sesame. Okay. What was the nutritional source of the first organism that lived through? Nitrogen oxide.
Wait.
No, it would have been oxygen from the oceans.
It's one of the first two, definitely.
That one. No. Oh. Nitrogen?
Yeah.
Yay! I like that this museum, like, if you're smart when you walk into this museum, they give you bullets. You know what I mean? Like, I imagine field trips here go well. Real well. Okay, anyway. Yay! I'm trying to think of shows I've actually seen the end of. Star Trek didn't actually end.
Yeah, it's like, first, you gotta think of shows you saw all the way through, and then you gotta think, okay, and out of those shows, which ones actually ended?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I'm having a hard time here. I don't know. I got nothing for you. I guess I'll just have to defer to your wisdom on that. As long as it's got as long as the rest of it's good, the ending's okay. I can tell you a lot of games that I felt like were okay. I can see that with games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it as across all media.
Yeah. I got locked into the whole show idea because it is a different way to tell a story. Because you do have to differentiate. You can't just say, oh, this is media, this is a form of electronic media. It's all the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they've all got a different way of telling a story. So, a favorite game of mine. Absolute blast. Love it. I think I've tried to get you to play it at some point. Might come to it at some point. I don't fucking know. Beyond Good and Evil. I've got it on the 360. Well, we should load it up.
It's an amazing game. I've just never gotten very far.
Oh, the ending is utter horseshit. The ending was I finished it and I was stunned. And so I went and talked to the girl I was dating at the time and was like, you won't believe how this ended. I was like, I have no idea of what just happened and this and that. And she just looked at me. I was talking about the phone. So, she might have looked at me. I don't know. But, yeah, she's just like, that's an Ubisoft game, isn't it? I was like, oh, yeah, it was. She's like, well, there you go. Of course it's got a fucked up ending.
Final Fantasy VI.
Didn't finish it. Don't know.
There wasn't really an ending?
The game just stopped.
No, well, it's like it's telling you a little bit of story while all the heroes are climbing out of the main
rubble of the final boss.
Yeah. But no, it doesn't truly have an ending. It's just kind of a write-in. And it's okay because
the rest of the game was good enough.
It was an amazing game, and also you got to think during that time period how much storytelling could they really do with the mediums that they had, that kind of thing.
There were technological.
So it was a Super Nintendo game. It had limitations, and and also telling your story through video games was still like a real story.
That's not easy.
It was still kind of new, so they did a pretty good job with what they could do. Story, through most of the game, it was very basic, but it was good. The ending, it was just, it's over.
Yeah.
Which I think, if something truly has you, the ending can't be good enough for you because it's over.
Yeah.
It's gonna leave you wanting. If it was that good, it's gonna leave you wanting. The ending will never be completely satisfactory.
This is aggravating me because I really want to have this conversation with you, but I also want to get the fuck out of this museum and back to the police station so I can drop some items off. But they keep giving me cool shit I don't want to drop.
You can drop all the cures because you have spells to cure things.
Yeah.
Medicine's the important thing to hold on to.
I'm trying to use it up now. Look at this. I want that junk. I want that junk in my
No, you
front.
don't.
Yes, I do.
You don't want junk at all.
I want the junk.
We need thousands upon thousands of junk.
I'm getting there slowly, okay?
We're not gonna get there.
I'm gonna get a super weapon.
Not unless you're doing some serious grinding off screen.
Well, maybe I will.
We're not gonna grind, what was it, like 3,000 junk or something like that?
300, thank you.
Okay. Not as bad as I thought, but it's still way too much.
Yeah. It's like 3,000 if I want 10 of them, because that's how math works. Smart.
Fuck you.
I need that. Yeah, I don't know. That probably the worst ending to a game that I've ever played, though. Omicron the Nomad Soul. Which I'm going to make you sit down and play at some point.
I don't think you will.
I don't think we'll beat it. I don't know how far we'll make it if we do get the chance to play it. But I want to play that with you just so you can get excited enough. Because it's an older game. It was from the Dreamcast era. A lot of it has not aged well. But it tried so hard. It was so ambitious, man. It was a 3D fighting game with first-person shooter elements and an RPG 3D platform adventure game. Little bits of point and click, little bits of RPG, a little bit of talking to people, a little bit of cyberpunk, a little bit of tribal, shamanistic.
But it had story, so it still applies to what we're talking about.
Yeah, super story, very involved. David Bowie wrote it. Like, They had a huge team of writers, and it did all these things in all the wrong ways. Like, they were kind of passable. Like, you get through a part and be like, wow, that may not have been the best way to have done that, but, they tried, and it was entertaining, I guess. But then once you start to get towards the end, it's like, none of that even mattered. Like, the very end of the game, you unlock a character who has the best stats for beating people up in the fighting mode, right? And I was so pumped. Like, he's got a sword. You've never gotten a weapon that you can use in the fighting mode. Like, it's always just been hand-to-hand, dead or alive stuff. Like, it played like Dead or Alive. And I was so excited. I was like, fuck yeah, I've got Marduk, the sleeping god's body now. I can, like, use him to beat the shit out of stuff. It's gonna be great. And then it's a first-person shooter for 40 seconds and you beat the game. That was it.
Yeah.
It was garbage.
Well, it's like Metal Gear Solid 2, I believe.
Never beat it.
You got
the sword thing.
You got the sword that used the analog stick to swing. It was cool. You had it for all of friggin' 20 minutes, and then you're fighting the boss stuff.
Yeah.
And there's all sorts of lies and rumors out there of other ways to get the sword early, but none of them were true.
Cheat codes.
And then, back for a moment on what I was saying earlier. So Final Fantasy VI, I was saying, like, the storytelling stuff with video games was kind of new still.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's 6, meaning there are all that many Final Fantasies and whatever JRPGs that came before them, but they were still finding their way. They still hadn't mastered telling stories in video games.
Well, I mean, it's not an easy thing. We just discussed that. It's not an easy thing to do.
No, because you don't want it to be boring and be all story.
But you also want it to be engaging and captivate you on more than just a Twitch button-pressing tactical thinker.
Alright, so with that said, I think it's time to end this episode.
Yeah, let's cut this one here. I've got to do some inventory management.
Alright.
So, and we'll come back a little fresh. I think I need a break. I'm a little... Woo! my brain is like, fuck, I'm trying to hold an intelligent conversation and also deal with new story and stuff.
And he doesn't do well with intelligent conversation.
Oh, God. You should have seen me after our RPG session. I got sick. after... I DM'd for the first... I'll talk about this next time. Anyway, you'll hear some Star Wars stories. Bye.
Bye.